What is going on, Supers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, we'll be reviewing the Collingwood Geelong qualifying finals. Let's get into it. So, Saturday afternoon, Collingwood took on Geelong in the qualifying final. We were back in finals footy after the horrendous end to it in 2020 against Geelong, ironically, who absolutely put us to the sword that day. And haven't we come far in 20 years, only losing to them by 6 points. Collingwood were out-Collingwooded in that game right at the death. This is what 11 other teams felt like when we were doing it to them and winning these really close games and kicking goals after the siren and stuff like this. And it hurt. I'd love to apologise, but I'm not going to. But it did hurt. If you've seen my vlog, heartbreaking loss. No one gave us a chance going into this game. I don't think anyone really tipped us. Everyone's going 30, 40 points to Geelong win. Collingwood kind of just making up the numbers, and they're going to get smashed. And we came and said, no, we think we can win this game. We know we can win this game. And we lose in the last minute and a half. And, that's a testament to Craig and the team and the belief that these guys have in them. But in saying that, we've proven that we're not making up the numbers and we can match it with the big guys. And Geelong is probably the best team you can go up against in your first finals game for the finals series, because they're the best team in the league. They're minor premiers. They're 2 games clear on top of the table. They've won 13 in a row before we lost to them. So that game was their 14th win in a row. But up until that game, they won 13 games in a row. And they're a good barometer to say, can we match it with the best, or are we making up numbers in this final series? And we matched it with the best. We absolutely matched it with the best. And a brain fade late in the game where we would have won that normally just turned the tide and we end up losing. And now we have to go through, a semi-final against Fremantle. But these guys shouldn't hang their heads because, like Craig McRae said, we're not losers. Yes, we lost the game, but we're not losers. That brought so many, other media and other opposition supporters going, okay, Collingwood can play. I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it on social media. Great game, Collingwood can play, they can compete. Who knows what might happen. And the belief that these guys have, and I should be on here sad that we lost the game and sad that we lost the qualifying final, but I'm not. I'm so proud of the guys that, yes, it was heartbreaking at the time, but looking back on it now, man, what a team that we're building. I remember going into this game, and right before we went in, I was on the train at Box Hill going in, and some guy on Instagram messaged me, I can't remember his name, but he said, look, man, I'm nervous, but think of this game as a free hit, like in cricket where they get a no ball or a wide or whatever it is, and they try and hit it for 6, It's a free hit. Whatever happens. We might lose by 40, and we could win this game. We have a second chance, and that's why we beat Carlton in round 23 to get that top 4, to get that second chance. Obviously we need it because we lose to Geelong there, but what a good free hit. The boys did nothing wrong in that game. Sorry, they lost no supporters in that game is what I meant to say. Yes, they did a couple of things wrong. We'll touch on that a bit later, but they gained supporters, if anything, from, opposition. There was a lot to like about this game. Being the first final for a handful of guys. Nick Daicos started off really slow, then worked into it. By the end of the game, looked like he was, playing 350 finals games. Scott Pendlebury leading in disposals, and, he had a bunch of tackles, a bunch of clearances. Jordan De Goey, one of, not a career best game, but one of the best games of the final series so far. He ranked the highest in AFL players' ratings. 2 goals in that last quarter, 9 tackles. He nearly won the game off his own boot in that last quarter. It wasn't meant to be, but it's good to see him getting back to the Jordan De Goey that we know and that we love on the football field. Ginnivan, McCreery, some of these guys haven't played finals. Well, no, those guys definitely haven't played finals before. But, a handful of other guys haven't played finals before. So, playing to 88,000 or whatever it was, 80,000 on Anzac Day, very different to playing to 92,000 at the MCG in a finals. Different sort of atmosphere. And now we can put that into our back pocket. They have that experience of playing finals. They were fumbling a little bit, but that's just, I'll put it down to first finals nerves, as long as it doesn't happen again against Fremantle. There were, a lot of other things to like about this game. we talked about clearances in my preview where we absolutely got smashed by Carlton in clearances and Sydney. We evened it up. I think we were +1 in clearances for the entire game. Evened it out at 10 and 10 centre clearances. And look, I don't have the stats in front of me. Geelong might have scored a little bit more from clearances, but getting first hands to it is what was important. And we were able to even that out where centre clearances, I think we were ranked 17th and 18th for centre clearances throughout the season. So shocking, but we were able to even up the ledger there. Contested possessions, we were right down against Carlton, but we showed a lot more against Geelong. I think it was sort of like -20 there, but we showed a lot more, and that was the inclusion of Jordan De Goey, the inclusion of Taylor Adams as well, that grunt. Unfortunately, Adams does his groin, tears it right off the bone, won't be back till January, which is very, very unfortunate for our chances. Doesn't help, but gives one of the VFL boys an opportunity to come in and prove their stuff on the big stage. Another thing that I loved, 85 tackles in a final. Just 85 tackles in general. The pressure from the get-go, from that first quarter, was immense. We know that if we're to beat Geelong, we have to have our pressure up. We can't drop our guard down. And the pressure and tackling has been a theme all throughout the year. You'll see that the games that we did lose was because our pressure and our tackling wasn't up. But it was something that we definitely were good at this year, and we just got better at the other day. And yes, results didn't go our way, but that's something that you can kind of, hang your hat on, because it was the Collingwood brand of football that we love to play. We didn't have to change sort of our game plan. We didn't have to play into any other game plan. We played our game plan, and we played it really well. So well that Geelong out-Collingwooded us in, like I said, that last minute and a half, and that sucks, but that's football, isn't it? I can come on here and talk about everything that went wrong in that game. I can talk about the little bits. Ash Johnson's first miss in the first quarter could have put us 4 goals up. Brody Myercheck trying to handball over to Ginnivan or whatever when he takes a mark 30 metres out. Could have gone back. The umpires that were absolutely horrendous. And look, I'm not going to blame the umpires, but it'd be remiss of me not to mention them. I think there was, and obviously it's going to come from a biased view, but I think that even if I had opposition supporters and friends who don't follow Collingwood say, look, man, I think you got hard done by the umpires. And so it kind of validates you. And we didn't lose because of the umpires. They didn't help. We lost because of, some dumb things we did. And, that last 2-3 minutes wasn't that good either. But, that doesn't help either. But that's neither here nor there. I want to keep this generally positive, though, because we should be proud of the boys. And we are proud of the boys. And, man, I'm smiling right now because I'm just thinking about the game. And yes, it sucked. And you see my vlog and I was upset and I was, heartbroken. But then, a couple of hours go by and you go, actually, you know what? Man, this club is going places. And it might not be this year, It might not be next year. Hopefully it is next year. Hopefully it is this year. But we are going places, and what we're building is incredible. How many doubters and haters did we prove wrong? Would have been nice with a win, but to get within 6 points of a Geelong team like we did, absolutely incredible. And, like I said, it's a testament to the coaches and the players. Individually, Darcy Moore had a really great game. Kept Hawkins to 1 goal, 10 intercept marks, and he was just, that guy that was the quarterback propelling us from half back. Like I said, Scott Penderbury had a great game. Jordan De Goey had a great game. Ash Johnson, cometh the hour, cometh the Johnson. The same pocket that he kicked that goal in against Carlton, far out. He is just a revelation in that forward line. I think in that last quarter he went down injured a little bit, and I think Mason Cox went down injured as well. If they stay on, if Taylor Adams doesn't get injured, we probably win this game. But the one thing football supporters and sports supporters do is, what if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened? And, I was caught doing it on Saturday night as well. But don't let that eat you up. What if? Hindsight's 20/20 or whatever the hell they say. That hurts. It hurts more than losing. If you go, oh, what if Jeremy Elliott did this? Or what if this guy did this? Don't do it to yourself. I've done it to myself for years and years and years, and it doesn't get you anywhere, really. But look, we lose that game, yes, in heartbreaking fashion. We get another chance. We go up against Fremantle this Saturday night. There's a lot of lessons to be taken out of this Geelong game. A lot of things that we did right, though, and a lot of things we can improve on, and a lot of things we won't do. So I'm sure that's going to get reviewed and reviewed and reviewed. Craig McRae is, he sent Darcy Moore up forward in the last couple of minutes to try and win the game instead of drawing the game. I don't think he does that next time, because then look what happens. They get one out back. Steele Sidebottom has to compete against two guys. He slips. I don't think the slipping was why we lost. Don't worry about that. They were going to get that goal anyway. Rain Hale or Shaw, they would have kicked that goal. No, they don't send Darcy Moore up forward next time. But there's these little things where it's always learning. We don't have a ceiling. That's the beauty about it. But look, anyway, guys, this has just been my quick preview. I wanted to make it quick. I wanted to keep it positive. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, I'd love to hear what you think about the game. Where can we improve? Who was your best player? What can we do going into next week? But until then, like, comment, subscribe. Tay family, Tay friends, Tay pets. And until next time, Double Shackers. I'll sweep you later.